One message I want to get across tonight, and I'm going to start with this because if you don't take anything but the little sheets of paper with the slides on your way, the one thing that I want to get across is that PACS transportation is public transportation for the general public. And that's one thing that's been left out over the years. Public transportation for the general public, veterans program, we have a jobs program, and we have a contract with Medicaid. And I started with PACS 3 years ago, and I'm probably like most of the people in this room and most of the people that I've talked to out in the counties. Transportation for PACS always seems to be that's the senior citizen bus, or that's the bus that's going to Louisville with the Medicaid client. PACS transportation is general public transportation. We have revamped a lot of things, including our logo. Just in the last couple of months, we've got that up. And the other thing I didn't know about PACS when I started there is how many other programs are run out of PACS. Is that something I'm supposed to do? Hey, all right. Not only is there transportation, but there's weatherization, aging, which is our senior citizen center right here across the street, family preservation program, Kentucky Connect program. I'm sure everybody's heard about that, based off the Affordable Care Act. Community Service Block Grant, our office for that is over in Big John Plaza. That's where they do the law heap, help people pay their utility bills during the winter. And the RSVP program, and there's an office for John who runs that program for this county from the Senior Citizen Center as well. We are in the Senior Citizen Center. Our office is, and I brought Chad with me tonight. He's our manager there, so if anybody's got any questions for him later, I brought a target. PACS operates out of 9 counties for almost all of our programs. Just a quick little map there. We just picked up for public transportation and veterans transportation, Logan and Simpsons County. Public transportation is the big focus that we're spending on for the last 6 months, getting prepared for what we're going to do this fiscal year that just started. Of course, public transportation, anywhere that a person can think to go, that's our job to deliver. I think everybody here tonight has mentioned, all of our speakers, one of these things has come up, except for possibly visiting a friend. But work, college, athletic center, we've delivered all kinds of different medical services, pharmacies, dialysis. Our veterans program, we only started 2.5 years ago. Veterans program is a free transportation program for U.S. veterans that need to go to a medical trip, medical related trip. So anything from the pharmacy, vision, dental, mental health, or hospital appointments on a regular basis in Nashville. Last year we won the state lot award for Carrying Our Heroes, most veteran miles in fiscal year 15. That was a big honor for us. 2,900 folks in fiscal year 15, veterans that we transported, 3,351 this past year. And since we started the program 2.5 years ago, that's over 8,000 veterans that we've served. Our jobs program currently exists right now only in Muhlenberg and Christian County. Our jobs program is one of the expansion projects we're working on this year. That's why this event seemed to work out so well with the timing of some of the things that we've got in place. Our jobs program, 2,504 trips in fiscal year 16 that just ended, 11,000 miles. This year we're adding 3 colleges on to the jobs program because we're extending that from just taking people to work to taking people where they can extend their education and possibly find a better job. So we're adding, I'm not sure Damar's supposed to be on there yet because we're not really doing jobs in Hopkins County, but Brown Mackey is a little college on the main boulevard in Hopkinsville, and the community college in Hopkinsville, as well as Muhlenberg County. Our expansion program all hinges around the big date of September 1st. Everything that we've been building up to is coming up here in just about 3 weeks. And if I look tired, that's why. Our new rates that will be up on our website here in just a couple of days to begin September 1st, 70 cents per mile per person, and that's anybody that calls and sets up at least 24 hours notice. That'll be serving anything from group trips for a rest home that's not going to a medical appointment, actually going to a park, or going to a civic meeting, or going to Well, when we finally get our hours extended, possibly even church services. $1.10 per mile per person for anybody that needs to go out of the county. So if there's somebody's got an appointment in Madisonville that they have to get to, that they can't get a service here, we'll be able to do that. Our limit on public transportation is 250 miles in one direction, which gets you actually past Louisville, Paducah, Nashville, and even further. Hopkinsville Transit's a system that we started up a year and a half ago. It's been a real learning experience for somebody that spent 22 years in a restaurant. Our daily miles, 656 miles a day with our new Hopkinsville Transit system. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had our busiest week. When we made the slide, it was 751 passengers. Last week was 794. We've got 3 buses running a continuous circle for 13 hours a day. We did 26,000 people over the last fiscal year, and this year we're looking closer up into the 30s. It's been just dramatic. When we began the system, we were hoping we'd have 5,000 passengers a year. This system has been kind of a wake-up call to our transportation department, because according to our surveys, we were going to be hard-pressed to do 5,000 trips in a year with a 2-route city bus service. And we did, like I said, it was 20,000 our first year, first 12 months. And this tells us that if we did a whole bunch of surveys in our county right now, we would probably have 200 people that said, yes, we need services. But once we put the system in place, suddenly that need turns into 400, 600, or even 1,000. And that's one of the things that we're looking to do in our counties where we're expanding these services this year, including Muhlenberg County. And I believe that we're going to see a much greater need than even what I'm expecting right now. We do have a Medicaid contract up until now that's been probably the biggest part of what our service is. Just for the last fiscal year, 117,000 trips. We put a lot of miles on vehicles. Specifically for Muhlenberg County, we've got a new contract with the Health Coalition, which Jared Roberts has brought up with us with the WellCare system. There's a small group of people that are meeting on a monthly basis right here that are helping them. I think you've got a thing in your folder that's got the voucher ride in it. We've got a contract with them to, if somebody can't afford even our reduced rates, that they're going to pitch in and try to get them to that medical service. It's a great new thing for the county that the word's just really getting out there on. We've added 3 vehicles over the past 6 months to the Muhlenberg County office, a couple replacement vehicles for the old junky ones we had to get rid of, and a new passenger van. Again, we're expanding the jobs and veterans programs in this county, expanding public transportation services to include all races, ages, no limit, just public transportation, and getting rid of some of that the status quo of medical transportation or senior citizen transportation. And those services still exist through the Senior Citizen Center, but that's not our focus this year. We're making sure that if an 18-year-old wants to go to the library and then next week go to the community college, those trips are available for him, and he doesn't have to be going to a doctor's office to get it done. Again, new logo. If you've seen some of the new vehicles running around the county with the big Kentucky emblem on it, we've been reworking our transportation system from the inside out, up to down. And we've got 2 new phone numbers for our transportation office that we're using, because actually we're getting too many phone calls and we're bogging down the Senior Citizen Center coordinator and her staff, so we've had to get a couple of new phone lines. And I think that shows up in the slide good enough. Public transportation, specifically for Muhlenberg County, all we did was we took some of the vague stuff that we use in our other presentations, and Baptist Health, the Greenville Hospital, a couple of pharmacies listed, the Muhlenberg County Community College, 2 different programs that we're going to have transporting out there with 24 hours notice. And we can also set up routines, so if we know a student's got to be there at 8 o'clock on Monday and Wednesday and Friday, and then they want to do that all 3 days a week, we just set up a permanent trip in there, and it's Chad and his staff that help put that together for us. Again, I want to repeat, because this is something I've been dealing with for the 3 years that I've been with PAX. Public transportation, general public. That's what PAX does. No more. You have to be sick to get on the little red lettered buses. We've got new buses. We've got a new approach, a new outlook. We're running these programs like this in 11 counties now, and we have a Medicaid contract. If anybody's got any questions, I'll be standing outside. I hope I kept that short enough for everybody.